Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. We're officially just counting down the days now until footy starts inside of FC 25. Not like we haven't been looking forward to our favorite summer promo at all since the Shapeshifters, and even before that with Team of the Season, hasn't been that great. But we're only 4 days away now, and I want to start kind of preparing ourselves for the summer pink card promo. I want to look at the latest leaks and also some things to keep in mind, especially as we start to get more footies leaks very soon. I also want to take a look at the daily leagues. We talked about those a lot in the last week. They're finally out. There's some good, there's some bad. I want to talk about that today and why it's probably going to be a very quiet day of Monday content, even though that's pretty normal. Let's get into it, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Let's go straight to the objectives and look at the new daily sprint leagues that they did release. I like this in some ways, like I said, and there's other ways that I don't. It's the rewards and kind of the specific objectives here that worry me a bit with this. Firstly, we have the completionist objective, giving us some insight into how this is going to work each and every day. We're going to have 5 different sprint leagues, and there's 5 different objectives that you have to complete, but actually you don't. You only have to get 2 of them done. Never mind. If you complete 2 of these, you get the group reward, which is a quick step plus and a pinged pass plus. But it seems like the thing I was worried about with this, for today, day 2, and tomorrow for day 3, winning 3 out of 4, if there's going to be 4 games played per tournament each day, that's very difficult. Scoring 6, probably going to be pretty difficult as well. Obviously, the play 4 and the play 4 are going to be very easy to get done. So literally everybody can get this done, because all you have to do is play 4 games twice for the daily tournaments, and you get yourself 286 pluses times 2 and the quick step and the pinged. The problem with the evolution rewards here is that they're max 94 overall, but they do take you to 4 playstyle pluses, so that is at least nice. But these max 94 pluses here in the objectives are a little bit annoying. So yesterday's first sprint league is a 4-game maximum where you have to win 2 to complete the objective, and I'm 1 game away from doing that. I won my first game, lost the next 2, and I got to get a W in this last one too to get the objective done. It is sweaty, let's be honest, but that's kind of what you expect, right? For a maximum number of games limited to 4 in this very game mode. I like that it's only 4 games. It does have that kind of daily knockout tournament kind of vibe of the past, but it's still not the exact same at all. I think, honestly, what EA need to do for these tournaments going forward into FC 26 is make it not look like friendlies. Make it not look like a cup. Make it look different, like a tournament with a bracket, like we had for the daily knockouts. That makes it seem so much more fun, and make the requirements for these squads that we have to build a little more restrictive and unique. I'm using my main squad right now and putting silvers on the bench to build this team out. Like, there is no thoughtfulness created in this team. There's no differentiation between the players that I'm normally using in rivals and champs in this squad. You put silvers on the bench, you use your main starting squad, and it's probably going to be 90 rated. You put 1 D1 Archema player on the bench, 1 France player in your team or on the bench, and you're good to go. So that part for me, I don't necessarily love. I hope that the tournaments, and that's what we loved about tournaments of old, right? Was the unique kind of restrictive requirements at all stages of the year. Some difficult, but also some unique and just fun at the same time. I think that's what makes the tournaments a little bit more fun and more casual in a sense as well. This one does end up being kind of sweaty, but like I said as well, there are some decent rewards, some good packs in here. There's good evos, except for them being 94 plus. And something I just like about it personally is the every day logging on and knowing that you have a new objective and a new gameplay grind to kind of undertake with a new tournament league coming out. So that's the part of it that I do like. I would like to hear from you guys down below in the comments. How do you feel about it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you agree with some of the things that I said? Do you not? I'd love to hear your guys' comment down there. And I'm sure that this is a test, right? As we've talked about, this is a test for FC 26. So the better feedback that we can give and the more we can talk about it now, hopefully means the better it could be going forward next year into FC 26. Now, let's go to the evolution content from yesterday where we had another 75,000 coin Evo. This one's for center attacking mids. It gives the center mid position, and it gives some good playstyle pluses, taking us up to 4 playstyle pluses once again. You get inside of this Evo, center mid position, Tiki Taka plus first, pinged pass second, finesse shot third, and then press proven plus fourth with some other passing playstyles like long ball and incisive base added to the card. This is, in my opinion, another one of those solid evos, especially because of the passing boost. You go up to 96 passing on these cards. Sure, you do go up to 96 overall as well, meaning they're probably not going to be able to be evolved for a while. I think there's one key thing with this evo that you have to look forward to when you're putting a card into this. You need to find somebody who's got pretty good pace already, because the pace boost, I think, only takes you to 91. Yeah, it only takes you to 91. The shooting goes to 92. And if you don't have high pace already, the players that come out of this evo don't look that fantastic. Same thing with shooting as well. But for 75,000 coins, getting the playstyle pluses up to 4 that you do, getting the 96 passing, some of the cards that you can create from this do look pretty good. Ousmane Dembele, the Dream Chaser from way back then, that card looks insane in this evo, right? Because center attacking mid on that card. And then also you've got a center attacking mid evolution in SBCs that you could do some master crafting with if you really wanted to. If you've got a max 93 card that would fit the requirements of this evo, after you put center attacking mid position on it, basically you wouldn't have to have more than 3 positions, and you probably could fit the evo if it's below 93 rated. Then you could put them into this as well, and that's what people are doing with Cristiano Ronaldo with that cam SBC. We'll talk about that just a little bit more in a second, but I don't have anything bad to say about this evo, to be honest. I don't know who I'm going to put into it right now, but I like that it's only 75,000 coins and it takes us to good stats and 4 playstyle pluses, so it's a decent one there. Let's go to the SBCs, as we started to allude to already. But before we get to the evo and SBCs, I got to talk about Araujo, man. It's another good SBC, like we saw when the leaks came out. This is a good week for shapeshifter player SBCs, just because they're all usable cards, some big name players, and they just look good, especially because they're cheap. This Araujo is another one on the list, like the Van Nistelrooy that we had, like the Eze that we had as well. He is only on this game 141,000 coins. If this card was on the market, because it's Araujo, Barca player, I'd have to imagine that he would be at least 140k. Literally just because it's Araujo. He's a big name card. People always want to use him in game. Also because he's very overpowered. This card looks just like that. The only thing is, he does not have intercept base even. I mean, come on, as a center mid, no intercept at this stage of the game. That is a little bit troublesome, at least for me. Why is there finesse when there could be, intercept? I don't know. But this still looks like a very good card for a very cheap price. All the roll plus pluses, of course. Insane stats, and he can play CDM, CAM, and CM as well. That's a great SBC in my opinion. No problems with it at all, and I think a lot of people were doing it. You see the upvotes here. He's 56% upvoted on FUTBIN. And the card itself has a lot of thumbs up as well. So that's a good one. Same thing with the center attacking mid Evo SBC. The center back one expired. The center attacking mid one came out. And as we just kind of already mentioned this, relating to the Ronaldo card, an 88 and an 89 rated squad for an Evo that has no max rating is awesome. That is great because that allows you to either stash it away for a couple of days, but when you figure out who you want to put it on, because I think these are only out for like 2 weeks, and then you have to actually use them before the evolution expires, or, just throw it on a card right now, get into some Evo chains, and you're good to go. That's the best part about these, in my opinion. Or like we talked about when the center back Evo came out, do the SBC for the Evo, put it on a player who's maybe 95 rated, 96 rated even, that you might be able to evolve during footies and kind of set yourself up for a great Evo in the future. So I love those SBCs. I hope we get a center attacking mid type or center back type evolution consumable like this every single week in this game, because those are great. Now, the last SBC from yesterday was the 93 plus Encore Icon player pick, and all they did was add Team 3. They didn't change the requirements or anything. EA, I guess, is still stubborn here with these 93 plus picks. They don't want us to unlimited grind them yet, and they don't want them to be super cheap so that they're too easy to grind, I guess, because you can tell by how fodder is moving on the game right now. It literally did not move yesterday. That not too many people are interested in the 93 plus Encore pick. I mean, maybe just to try it out and have something fun to gamble on, I guess. Like, that's the reason to do it. But it's 394,000 coins when most of the icons that you get from that, unless you get lucky with the shapeshifters, are going to be much less than that. Again, the only good thing is you've got exchanges. If you want to hit the menu grind, you got the 84 times 10s as well. It's still a decent menu grind that you have right now to craft those SBCs. I've actually got 40 player picks, including the 87 plus picks from today's refresh, to open in today's video too. We'll probably do that a little bit later when we start talking about footies. But let's look in the market side of things just really quickly for 1 second. As we do, we try to do a PTG update because we had more women's Euros games yesterday and more cards are now in line for upgrades. But EA, where are these upgrades, man? Like, this is crazy that we have had none of these cards upgraded yet, and we have a whole host of cards that are due upgrades. All of the Dutch cards, there's 4 of them. All of the Norwegian cards, there's 3 of them. They're getting a +1, and technically the Norwegians could get their second upgrade as well. That's one of the reasons why I invested in Guderitin for 300,000 coins, is because now they're 6 points atop of the group, and they're kind of guaranteed to get out of the group now with only 1 match day left. And that means that she's also going to go 5-star, 5-star, and get a different position and all the roll pluses in that position, right? That's the second upgrade for advancing to the quarterfinals, which basically means getting out of the group. So all these +1s for scoring 3 goals for the Dutch players and for the Norwegian players are upgrades that we're waiting for. Same thing with the Spanish players still as well. Hopefully those are going to be coming out today. I don't know what's taking EA so long, but it is a Monday now. Maybe they will get those upgrades in. Now, for these PTG cards on the market in packs for team number 2, they are down a good bit, as you'd expect. Kind of crazy that even a card like a Toto after their win is back down even further. But the ones to watch are the games that are happening today. We've got Spain, Belgium, which of course for Spain, they're expected to win. So if anything else happens, their cards are probably going to drop a bit. If they were to draw or to lose, sure, that would put them in not as great of a spot to get out of the group, but they're probably going to get out anyway and probably going to win today. I think that expectation is already baked into the prices of the cards. And then you also have Portugal and Italy. And then, on Tuesday, we've got Poland, Sweden. You got Rolfo in there. Germany, Denmark, a lot of live cards for that game as well. So that's going to be very interesting. I just hope that these upgrades happen soon, because it's taken forever for EA to get those upgrades out, and it's not fun when live cards, especially when they upgraded so fast last year, take forever to upgrade this year. Now, to the Shapeshifter Team 3 cards, man, did they get cooked in price over the weekend in total, but even more so just yesterday. Take a look at Marquinhos. He has 650,000 coins. Actually just went up a little bit on the market right now. He's about 690,000 coins, but like that card was 1 million coins on Friday. Even Karchawi, I think we looked at Karchawi yesterday on the YouTube video, and she was 1.5 mil. She's 1. How much? 1.2? I think she was even just 1.1 according to Footbin a little bit ago. Maybe that was an undercut. But these cards have dropped off a lot. Here's what I'll tell you. Today on Monday presents a great opportunity to trade with these cards on fluctuations, because what you're going to notice is this has been happening with the last few teams 1, 2, 3, and 4, now 4. These cards get low in the early morning hours and they rise into the day. I'm talking early morning UK, late night US. Like right now for me, it's 11 p.m. Eastern time. And look at what Karchawi did all day yesterday. 1.5 mil down to 1.2, had a bit of a bounce, down now to, she was 1.1 mil, 1.17, and now she's back up to 1.23. She might be back to like 1.2 highs or even 1.3 mil today before the content drop happens. But that's kind of a fluctuation that you can do if you want to try out a card that's in packs for shapeshifters and just kind of keep this sort of market movement in mind for even like during footies. People will sell the cards when they go to bed, the prices get low, 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 and then when Europe wakes up, when the UK wakes up, which is the main player base on this game, you see the cards rise up into content, especially as there's weekend leagues still open and going on. People will try these cards out. So that's one of the daily fluctuations that you can do with the shapeshifter cards. Just focus on the rare and the popular ones and make sure those flips are quick, and you'll be able to make some coins with that. That's kind of the market right now. I know a lot of people aren't trading, but if you do want to make some coins, you know what I'm going to say. Get on the bids and just be careful, maybe bidding against old promo cards. Not bidding against, but bidding with old promo cards, because some of those Foot birthdays, some of those Foot fantasy cards, if you're going back that far, could be getting re-released in packs soon. Let's talk about footies, because that's one of the things that we like about footies, the re-release cards. Guys, I would not have a problem with EA if they just dropped a loading screen today. Do it, EA. Well, who says no? Drop us a little loading screen here in game, like hint, kind of build up, hype up the start of footies, because like we want some of that right now, because shapeshifters, we're just ready for it to be over. We've got an official card design leak here for the icons. We saw the official card design yesterday in the video for the regular players as well. It's a great footies design. It looks great as always. very pink. You know what? Like, that's just kind of normal. Like we mentioned in yesterday's video too, there's a bit more orange in the footies design than just pink as well. But it's real now. With the designs out, with the season only 3 days away, the promo Friday 4 days away, we're starting to think about who do we want to see in the footies teams. We're probably going to have 99 rated cards because that was one of the key things we saw last year in FC24 was 99 rated cards. One thing we have to remember too about the footies that are in packs, their pack weight is not good, but that's not what makes footies. And there are some things about footies cards this year that should make them a little bit more packable, we should think, because they're in the weekend league rewards, guaranteed packs, and some of the player picks, we think. So that's a good sign. But these 99 rated cards are probably going to be showing up for the first time in Team 1 of this footies promo. So of course, the wish lists are out there. Start thinking of players who you would expect to get it and who you would hope would get 99 rated cards as well. There should be a couple per team, including the icons released each week. Speaking of the teams, this should be another 3 to 4 week promo, guys. I know we've had a lot of these long promos and we're not a huge fan of them, but Footies has never failed as a longer term promo because they keep enough stuff interesting with the pack grind, with new cards coming into packs for the teams, and also the best of re-releases get better and better and better the further that we go on. Footy stays interesting, unlike really how Shapeshifters has this time around. Also, we haven't even got to 5 playstyle pluses on like 99% of the cards in our team. Unless you've packed one of the insane icons and you're using Kaká, most people maybe have 1, if you're lucky, 2 5 playstyle plus cards in your team. That's still a whole nother echelon of the power curve that we have to get up to as well. I would almost guarantee that the 99 rated cards would have the 5 playstyle pluses as well. We already mentioned the footies season. Oh, and I pulled up this image, and I almost didn't want to show it because he's on here, man. He's on here. So sad, bro. But I remember this footies season specifically because of the Vinny Jr. That Vinny Jr. card was cracked. He was a level 40 card. Even last year, we had a footies season, and a 99 rated Erling Haaland was a part of that season reward as well. It was this card right here. And that was pretty crazy. So that's going to be something that we'll probably see this Thursday. And when it comes to the leaks, that's one of the things that I'm most interested in is what cards are we going to get leaked soon? Because those are probably going to be in the footies team, but also in the footies season pass. There's a lot still to come with that. That's why I think we got to be looking out for the leaks as early as today on Monday. There's probably going to be some news about that. And I don't know if any of this stuff is going to get leaked because it normally doesn't. But surely we have to have some sort of confirmation that a best of is coming back into packs, right? That's a staple of footies. That's what makes the pack grind good. And this is one of the batch lists, if you remember those words from years of old, when they're dropping 150 special cards in packs and you're opening packs and seeing all the different animations that you've gone and seen throughout the whole entire year of the different promos. That's one of the most fun parts. You got the higher rateds in here, so it means more exchanges for us, more SBC fodder for us to complete those higher rated squads for a big player SBC, fingers crossed. So that's one of the things that we're looking forward to. Haven't heard any news about yet or leaks, but expecting as a part of footies. So those are kind of the main things to keep in mind. The 99 rated cards, the footy season coming on Thursday. We're going to be getting some more leaks for that, and the re-release of past special cards and packs. So watch out for leaks. That's the bottom line. We're going to be talking about footies every single day of this week because that's what we're almost in for in this game, and that's what we're really hoping for as well. Now, before we get to footies, we have a day of content today on Monday that's probably not going to be that exciting. First of all, we still have a couple of exciting SBCs that are out there. Where's the Manuel Neuer and the Sergei Milinkovic-Savic? Like, why has EA decided to, on the weekend, drop Eze, Araujo, and Van Nistelrooy and not drop the flashbacks? I don't know. I don't make the content. I would have put Milinkovic-Savic and Neuer on the weekend where the biggest and most hype content usually is, but hey, we haven't got it yet. Anyways, we still have those 2 cards that are not released yet. That will hopefully be released, one of them today maybe, and then throughout the next couple of days in this week. So watch out for that. Of course, we've already mentioned we're going to have another daily tournament today. I'm really curious to see if we're going to have 4 games in every single one of these modes, or if some of them are going to be 5. I kind of hope, since they set the expectation that it's 4, I kind of hope that it is 4. I don't care about really getting, as many wins as I can each and every day. All I really care about is getting the objective done. If it's win 2 of 4 every day for this, that's fine. I'll be there for that. I think some of these Playstyle Plus Evos could be pretty good. Of course, we're looking out for the low-driven Playstyle Plus. That's, again, since this tweet listed two of the Evos that we had yesterday with the Incisive Pass Plus and with the Pinged and the Quick Step. I think that really the low driven and the right wing inside forward plus also anticipate, and a center back defender plus, those are probably going to be rewards from some of the next and upcoming daily sprint leagues that we have. So that's one of my biggest question marks. Is EA going to just keep releasing them as 4 games per day? And are they going to change up the requirements at all? Because again, like 1 player from a certain nation, 1 player from a club, no bronze players, and max 90 squad. That's not a lot of restrictions there, and I think some of these cups are more fun when there's more restrictions on it. So watch out for more of those today. And that might be all the content we have, guys, because we're not getting a new player pick today. EA was so nice and extended the 83 plus player pick all the way to Friday. So we're actually going to be opening these player picks all week, which is great because we don't have to worry about the 83 plus going away and the 82 plus replacing it. And I kind of forgot that I had these player picks here, and we'll end the video off with them. But that's kind of the content I think we're going to be getting today. I don't think it's going to be that crazy of a day at all. Mondays usually aren't. If we have an evolution, it would be probably one that is leaked ahead of time. All the Evos are. So just watch out for Twitter for that one, and we'll go from there. Now, speaking of footies a little bit more as we open these player picks, I was about to tweet out, and I probably will by the time you see this video, what player would you like to see in footies? Of course, you know, the Messi, the Ronaldo, the guys who kind of get the 99s each and every year kind of come to mind. You look at that tweet that we just looked at too, right? The wish list, you know, who do we want to get in? I said Adama Traore, and maybe a Hyunmin Son as well for my Tottenham lads out there. But an Adama Traore, that's a card, when I think back to some of the cards that I've used on this game that I have not used in a long time, he's kind of at the top of that list. That card from the season earlier on in the year, what was it, an 88 rated with striker? We had a rapid plus, but it was a striker with right mid. That Adama was insane. Early on in the year when we had those really insane season level 40 reward cards like the Adama, we had the Daniel Malen as well. The first couple seasons had like cards that went boom straight into all of our teams. They were super fun and meta at the same time. In those first couple weeks of the year. And I think Adama is a great, maybe Daniel Malen as well. I mean, he had the fantasy card, but Adama hasn't had anything since then. So that was one of my shouts, but I'd love to hear down in the comments like what player you would love to see as a footies. Maybe it's somebody who hasn't got a promo in a while that you're like, I can't get a good Evo this card, and I would just love to see an endgame version of them with like 4 or 5 playstyle pluses. Or maybe it's somebody who has a team of the season and maybe got a card recently, but you're just like, yeah, nah, I don't care about a shapeshifters version of this card. I want to see like a legit version of this card in their actual positions. Speaking of shapeshifters, that was the magic word. We have ourselves here Zagrova, 95, and we have 1 page of player picks left. So, oh, Musiala, man. Oh, no. I can't get over that image that I saw, man, of Musiala with that foot, man. All the best wishes to him. I hope that it heals quickly. I didn't see necessarily what the actual injury was, but you know, after seeing that, it was not good. That just kind of derailed my whole entire thought process as I'm opening these player picks, I'll be honest. But yeah, let me know in the comments who you want to see in footies. Icons included in that as well, because of course we are going to get footies icons. And that leaves me with one question. Where's greats of the game? Because is that going to be a part of like the season? Oh, Middlestat 96. We are cooking. Wait, hold on. Middlestat's 64K. Okay, maybe I'll put him in instead of my right back who has been in my team for ages, Immobile. Yeah, we're going to try him out. Actually, he can play center back too. That's a pretty nice card. And he actually sells for more than 20K. Cool. I'll take that. Yeah, where's great the game cards? I got to think now that maybe they are going to be in the season pass. Because if we're going to have footies icons, they wouldn't drop 2 different promo parts of icons at the same time. Would they in packs? I don't know. Messi. All right, last 83 plus player pick. Then we got the 87 pluses. I'll skip these 2. We'll just keep it quick because I don't want to waste any more time. Okay, another one. Valenti. I've packed him already, but hey, it's 94 rated. Can we get a PTG? No. All right, we're going for Bernardo Silva. Last 2. Can we get a Shapeshifters or a PTG? We can. Calimundo. That's my 3rd time packing him. He's kind of, you know, the peck of this week. Or who was it in week 1? Those really annoying cards you packed every time. All right, the last one is not good. So, actually, that's more Shapeshifters than I thought I was going to get from that set of player picks right there. I will take Middlestat, and we will use him in our last final game of the Cup. Wish me luck. I will not be streaming today, unfortunately, guys. Probably no streams for the next like 3 days, just because I've got a camp that the missus and I are helping out with. It's not very far away from where I live. I'm literally like driving home to do the videos after helping out there. But there's stuff going on during the day, so I probably won't be able to stream until Thursday at the latest. Maybe a stream like, Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll just have to see. But Thursday for sure, we'll be back in action and looking through everything with the new season. Of course, we'll keep the videos going each day of the week. But I will not be here during the streams in the day. So that's going to be the video for me today, guys. Comment down below if you have any questions, making coins wise, or I will be active in the comments, even though I have some stuff to do during the day that is different than normal. But I'll keep active down there. And good luck, EA Sports. Upgrade these cards, okay? Upgrade the PTGs. Give us some decent content today. And actually, you know what? EA League Footies, okay? Just let us get excited about some Footies info. Like, tell us there's something new that's happening, because that's what we want right now, is like something to get us excited about this game once again to another level that we haven't had in a while. And that's what hopefully Footies can bring. If you enjoyed this video as well, drop a thumbs up on it. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Monday, guys. I'll see you in a video tomorrow. Peace.